Hello everybody! Today I'm going to take you through how to turn a bowl start to finish. I may end up rough turning this. The wood feels pretty dry on the outside, but it just may be a little green. So this is either going to be turning a bowl or rough turning a bowl. Alright, I have a slab of maple here, and how I'm going to cut this into my bowl blank is I have just a circle cut out of some hardboard. And I'm just going to place this somewhere about there, and I have a little nail here, and I'm just going to tack this down and leave it enough so that I can still pull the nail out. And I will just take this over to my bandsaw and just follow the blade along that edge, giving me a perfect bowl blank. One of the only things that I want to pay attention to is that I'm feeding my wood in through the outside of the saw. Okay. Just go ahead and try to back this out. Ah! Why are you hating me today, bandsaw? What's going on? There we go. Alright, and take away this. Woo! Wow, I got some spalting in here. Nice, I hope that goes down all the way. Alrighty. And right off the bat, this feels really green, so this is going to be how to rough turn a bowl. Okay, I just went ahead and put this in between centers, and let me tell you, that was a lot of work. I'm pushing real close to max on what this lathe can do. I only have 6 inches of swing on here, and this is an 11.5 bowl. So this is really close, and there are a few weird spots where it's really wanting to hit. So to fix that, I just went ahead, took the Sawzall and cut away some of the material, especially where the tool rest comes in, because it was hitting the tool rest, so I had to cut away a lot of this. Using my bowl gouge, I'm just going to go ahead and start shaping the outside, just trying to flatten off this. I'm going at a real slow speed. I'm at about 100, 200. Because whenever I turn it up just a little more than that, the lathe starts to shake because this is so unstable. But here we go. Alright, most of this side is turned down. I've only touched in a few spots here, and this is actually going by quicker than I thought it would, but this is still going to take a while to get it into round. Wow, that's a nasty bit of tear out. Wow, that spalting in here is just gorgeous. I'm really glad that that's going to stay that deep. Anyways, the next thing I got to do is I got to form a tenon on here to flip it around and grab it in my chuck. For that, I'm going to rough it in with my bowl gouge, and then I'll finalize and get in the corner with a skew. Okay, and one final thing I'm going to do before I flip it around is I'm just going to go sharpen up my bowl gouge and just run it along and try to smooth out most of that tear out as best I can. One little trick that I picked up along the road is that if you take a really sharp bowl gouge and make a really light push cut from your tenon out to the edge, it'll be a lot cleaner than if you bring it to the edge down. And I'm also going to turn up my speed quite a bit so I'll get a nice clean cut. And that's a lot smoother than it was before. Alright, now I'll just go ahead and turn it around. Okay. So now I'm going to leave my tailstock in for as long as I can, and I'm also going to leave it in so that I will still have the center in case it knocks off center in the chuck. So I'm just going to start slowly bringing this in, and I'm going to leave the wall thickness pretty thick to allow for warping because this is pretty green. And now I can probably bring up my speed all the way to about where I'm comfortable, maybe 600, 700 for now because everything is in round. So here we go. I'm pretty much done with all the turning on this bowl. I left a little nub sticking out in the center that has my center point on it so that I'll be able to line it back up when I finish turning it in about a couple of years or so when it's all the way dry. Now, normally I would just fill a bag with shavings and put it in the bag and date it and put it away. But here's an example of that. I did the same exact thing. This is also maple. And I have just this humongous crack going across it. And this is pretty much not good for anything anymore. I mean, I put stuff in it just in the shop, but it's just not worth it to finish turning it and try to figure it out to fill it. It's just too big. So I have some end grain sealer, so I'm just gonna spread this on the end grain and hopefully that'll do it, and then I'm just gonna also put it in a bag. Alrighty, I got it all bagged up. I wrote the date today on it, and I'm just going to put this away in a nice cold, damp place to slow the drying process. The whole point of putting it in the bag with the shavings is to slow down how quickly the wood wants to dry and get all the moisture out. Because if it dries too quickly, it'll cause it to check and to crack, and you'll have a ruined bowl. So putting it in a bag really helps. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this away and forget about it, and maybe in another year or so I'll finish it up. And I would like to thank you for watching this week. Subscribe and tune in next Friday for more. Alright, have a great day.